I did not understand one thing. This was the rainbow nation that we loved so bad. We walked hundreds of kilometers. This was the bloody rainbow nation that you loved so bad that you had to swim with the crocodile-infested Limpopo River flood. As they say, Kusina Amai, Akuyeni. I just wanted to go back. I wanted to go back to Zimbabwe, a country I call my own, a country where we don't kill each other. Now I'm back in this country, a country that I fought to liberate. You went to school, but I went to war. I went to the University of Life. And I came back with a degree, which is this country you call Zimbabwe. But now I'm trying to earn a decent living in a country that I fought to liberate. And you chase us up and down the streets like as if it's a crime to be a Zimbabwean. I want you to look at me. I want you to look at me, and I want you to tell me. Look at it. Do you see this street vendor? Or you see someone who fought to liberate this
Do you think I enjoy chasing you around like some headless chicken nobody get out? Huh? Do you think this is of my own making? Huh? Do you think I love this job so much that I lose my sense of humanity? Huh? If you think like that, then shit this job. I went to the University of Zimbabwe and I did accounting.
My accountant told
23 September 2013, the day that I graduated with the first prize and a book prize at a colorful graduation ceremony. My mother, who did everything for me to be where I am, she had died. She was hit by a vehicle while fleeing away from cancelled police officers during a raid. Now, we are fighting the same way, and all this fighting won't get us anywhere. 2 weeks later, the city council offered me this job as compensation for my mother's death. I could not reject it because I even rejected it at first, but the situation wasn't under my control. So things started to get tight. Everything went wrong. The first letter came. We are sorry to inform you that we no longer accept your young brother at this school due to non-payment of school fees for the past 3 terms. With regards, the headmaster. Mukoma, kuno kumusha kunotumumira zvakanaka. Tingorya nhoko dzezvironda mbuya vari kungogwara nedzibwa. Zokwati vari kuti chero mukawana bondo kana 10 bondi nemakotumizirawo nabhazi mudzidzi pacha. Ini munon'ona wenyu ndahwa nemamwe. Ndokumbirawo munditengerewo mabhamba kana matenesi. Ndini munon'ona wenyu panga. So I ended up taking this job. Now, when you look at me, I want you to tell me something. When you look at me, do you see a council police officer or a professional accountant? Answer me! Answer me, manager! Answer me! I see him. Fellow Zimbabwean.
I see a human being.
I see a son of the soul. But then, friends, if this exhibition bill is signed tomorrow, all will be lost. What's the way forward? Yeah. This is the only option that we have at the moment. It's next to death. And if we allow this bill to be passed, maybe we the people are the solution. Maybe what we lack is a collective action. Yes. You're quite right. But how? Yes, what's the way forward? What's the way forward?
I think we need spiritual intervention.
Spiritual intervention?
Hey, let's go Masowe.
Masowe!
Pamatambudziko enyu aminawo ndaratidzwa namweya zvinhu zvepakavanzika. Mubatisise kana mweya ataura pakadi pakavanzika. Hanzi namweya muroinde uye mutukuru.
That is the problem nemasowe andikina. Paichakaputiko muroinde uyo. But what we are not looking for is a country as muroinde. We are looking for solutions. And that's it. Because matambudziko edu akawanda. Saka zvora chese tichaguma toroyana. Tozvashorera. Chinzwara munhu. If you are serious about stopping this vendor eviction bill, makufana kuita 7 comrades. And that's it. Mwana nzira dzemasoja. Mopanzwa. Tombadzokera kusango. Naizvozvo kuti todzokera kuchivanhu. Chivanhu. Pamusoro watiwe. Tisuwana tazopa. Kuzosuka. vana venyu nakura ati hatina kadzimu zvamunofana kuti muite pana vakadzi vanotonga nyika chidzokerai munotaurana ivavo muaudza zvamakataurirana kusango pamusonai madzimu vetisu vanaatomunotuza kuzosuka chitema daipokomwe dzikasvika paofisi yaminista takuda kuti tigotaura honorable minister tiswana mukoma tauya tanga tichida kuti timbotaura kuti pane zviya zvatakaudzana kuhondo zvataita zvingani zvatisati taita zvingani ko kuhondo handiti takati tiri kurwira nyika ko zvatinenge takarwira muri shoma chete chete vana vari kuda mabasa vana vari kuti stop corruption forthwith mhinduro yakuya makombresi saka mogara mocherera
I have a solution to all our problems. And it's very, very simple. Muzachi. Can you tell me? Good churchy! Churchy! Good churchy!
Come on, Mike, muri boy, Chipo, I see you.
Fellow citizens, this is what we're going to do today. Amen. We are going to take those flags from those flags and put them around our necks to show how much this country is a better. Then we are also going to carry these flowers in our hands to show the responsible authorities that we come in peace. Glory! I'm going to speak to the Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, I, as the representative of my fellow citizens, come before you today. We ask you to abstain from signing that eviction bill. If you are going to sign it, Honorable Minister, then we ask for two things: better living standards for the Zimbabwean people, and secondly, better employment for the Zimbabwean people. Mukasatipa izvozvo tataura kare kuti atichatyika fellow Zimbabweans, fellow citizens,
you are trying to overthrow a constitutionally elected government, which amounts to an act of treason and punishment, and will attract a sentence of not less than 50 years to life imprisonment. You are therefore punished with country and all demonstrations are brought to the region of England.
Yeah.
We come back to the same question. What's the way forward?
Association.
What?
An association.
What
The
association?
Concerned Citizen Association.
Where the funds to fund
There
this
are
association.
funds meant for this kind of program.
Mama, the government will tell you that there are no funds to fund the fund, Mama. It's common sense.
So what's the way forward? Because if this eviction bill is passed, Tapera,
What's the way forward?
I have a solution. I always have a solution. This is the solution. Spring back home and
kana imi mati hamukwanisi kuzvimiririra handiti mukati modzokera kunotyora mutemo muchidzokera mumastreets neniwo ndodzokera pabasa rangu ndokusungai muse. You are all under arrest.
Wow. Nice.
Right? Thank you. So, can you please come back on? Right, a very quick introduction to our class here. I'll start from this end. Zimbabwean Chinolova. And then I want to jump to the other end. Microcosm Banda. And then the only lady in that cast is Fadirai Mukumba. And musician. Tenda Makawa, Himalayan. And then Charles is the director. You also wrote it. He's the director and the writer of this show. And these guys are from Masvingo. This is Masvingo Theater. Yeah. Charles is also the chairman for the Charles Austin Theater, which is the only theater space, conventional theater space in Masvingo.
Run by young people.
Run by young people. It's very important to say that. Run by this guy. They've nicely transitioned. Reps is still stuck in its methodology, but Charles Austin Theatre has moved on, and there's a whole new crop of artists that's running it. Now, it is entirely up to you, the audience, if you have any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions. It's your time just to interface with this trust. And what we're still thinking also about that, last week on Friday, we were actually performing in their theater. There was a play that we took as Theater at the Park, a play called It's 12. And that's how this relationship started developing almost a few weeks ago, and we started saying to each other, can we start exchanging works so that we can actually get back this whole thing of just theaters just moving in works much faster. And we are pretty much delighted with particular development. Yes, Joe.
Okay, so I've got questions online here. We were streaming the play live. So Kudzai Chimbaira, she's in America. She's an actress. She says, interesting, good job. I'm wondering about the shadows. Was it a technical lighting mistake or it's part of the sign process? In that case, what's the significance? And Gideon, who's also in America, says, how has the show changed and to what effect from when it was done in 2015, considering the current events? Zaza Muchengwa says, why graduates? Yeah.
And also before you respond to that, So for the benefit of our audience and so forth, today we started a process. We had a conversation with whether can we find ways of really live streaming every content that comes in, and that's exactly what we've actually been doing with this show. So it's being watched globally.
Right, with the first question, I think it was about shadows. I might say probably it's because we're using a new stage and we're not quite finished with the lighting system here. I think that's why we're creating shadows. But when we are doing it, for example, when we do this in Masvingo, we actually have shadows as a technique where we use, like for example, the xenophobia scene in South Africa. The whole burning and everything is done through shadows, where our actors will be behind a white screen and the lights will be placed behind. So, but as for today, I think it just happened that somehow the lighting arrangement here created shadows. Then the second question was
how is the show changed, and to what effect from when it was done in 2015, considering the current event?
Yeah, I think the play has changed because as you saw, in 2015 it was not really the premiere of the show. Today was the premiere of the show. What we did in 2015 was we did a trial run of the show after completing the whole script and everything. We decided to do a trial run on stage. And as new issues started emerging from within the country, we decided to incorporate them. I think we saw almost a scene which was replicating this flag movement. And you also saw the other one with that whole war veterans fiasco when they wanted to go and talk to the government, but they were tear gas and all that. So those are some of the scenes that we tried to put in. But generally the storyline did not change. The storyline remained the same. But as for the scenes, we added some new scenes.
And Zaza says, why graduates?
Why graduates? I think first and foremost, let me say, in Masvingo, where we come from, a child was run over by a car which was fleeing away it was a cancelled truck which was chasing after vendors. So a 2-year-old child was run over by that car. And after everyone got charged in Masvingo, and we decided to do this play. But we said, let's research about this play first. Let's research about vendors. What's all this? Then we went into the market. And what we found out was almost half of the vendors in Masvingo, when it comes to those who are the young people, most of them have got degrees. That's the first aspect. Then the other aspect was graduates. It's more of a term which is used in the educational jungles. But we said, let's put another perspective. For example, the war veterans. Personally, I regard them as the graduates of the University of Life who brought the biggest degree to this country, which was this country, Zimbabwe. But also the fact that we have got a lot of young people. For example, from my class, I was in the class of 2014 at University of Zimbabwe, where I was studying theatre arts. And just a few are actually doing theatre as a profession. Majority of them are selling in shops. Majority of them are teachers. And after doing all this introspection and fighting in the prison of my own imagination, I just thought, I think we need to do something with this concept about graduates and seek to provoke dialogue with the people and with the society. Yeah.
Okay. And I know the Charles Munganasa Gideon did that. Is it we use it or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in my class.
Yeah. He says hi.
Mine is not really a lesson, but it's a compliment. I was to watch this play when it showed in Masvingo last year, and I was thrilled to see how it has maintained its relevance, because some of these things did not really happen. The play managed to capture the future of what was going to happen. A lot of stuff that has happened this year was already included in the play last year. And also how you guys have managed to incorporate stuff that is currently happening and maintaining the relevance and interest and ownership of the whole play. And also being a group of young artists, I think this is something that you've managed to maintain the vibe in Masvingo and also bring the play. Thank you so much. It's fun.
Any other? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was looking completely. No, Zaza.
Hi.
Hello.
Firstly, well done, guys. It was really entertaining theater. My question to you is, I noticed during the scenes as you were changing your costumes to strew them all over the stage, is that part of the organized chaos of being a vendor / being the graduate? If you just interpret that for me.
Yeah, as we were rehearsing, I think it was a week ago, we actually did that. A lot of questions around. But then we thought one thing as well, that this concept we are doing is also about graduates who are vendors, like you are saying. But mainly the whole vendors thing. It's regarded in Zimbabwe as disorganized. In front of Pick and Pay, you have vendors selling you. Just that, let's keep it up. Let's keep it like that. We're having vendors in the play, let's keep it like that. I think it's blending very well with the costume, with the concept, sorry. So let's just keep it like that.
I would like to also add on to that, because I think one thing that Charles said is that I think with the whole disorganization, with the costumes being all over, it also resembles how the state of the nation is, everything in the country is sort of like disintegrating. So we start off from being very clean and being very organized to a point where everything is all over the place and nobody cares, because that's actually the situation that the country is in. So I think it's quite a metaphor that he came up with.
Right. Yes, at the back there. Sorry, can you speak up a bit?
She came to be offended.
Okay, to answer that, like as I was saying, after doing a research of how do people end up vendors, it's not just about the young people. Because as we're doing this play, I think we're trying to touch on almost every aspect of this country and of the society. Like we had the the generation of 50 years to around 90 or 100 years being represented in the comrade who went to war. Then we also wanted that gender aspect, because I think the majority of our vendors are actually women. And they're actually of this, and most of them are single mothers. That's in Masvingo, I don't know in Harare, but that's in Masvingo. And most of them, they sleep in the streets, and we've been talking to them about why they come, what happened. And some of those stories are due to divorce, due to some of those things and all that. But because we're trying to portray the society and interrogate so many issues as possible, we decided to bring in also the issue of ritualism, which was also ticking on the very aspect that majority of the people who went to school and who are degreed currently are actually finding it very difficult to survive. And those without degrees are actually the ones who are on top. But we're trying to interrogate how most of them end up on top. So that's corruption, so that's ritualism, and for a few they hustle their way up on top. So I think that's how we ended up linking all this to the play.
Yes, sir.
Could I question to the actress? How has the rehearsal process been regarding it's predominantly men in the production?
Well, it was pretty much hard. Being the only lady acting with men, 3 men, good actors, I would say. It was hard, but I was coping. Yeah, they were encouraging me, and I pulled through. I'm pulling through.
Right. And on that note, since there's... Yes, Josh.
Oh, it's not a question. This is my ID. I just wanted to say, well done, guys.
So I did.
Yeah, please.
State ID.
Actually, I was looking for a comment. If you go to my Facebook page, something happened actually last week on Friday when we started talking about the show. There is a particular character who is part of, I think, Green Bomb budget. That's the only thing that I can actually say. I think his name is Sam Chivenga. He came on my wall and he started basically provoking things, saying, what is all this nonsense about this hashtag? Why this graduate? You know, we can actually come to that theater. What happens if the theater gets burnt down? Why are you guys trying to cause anarchy and whatever it is? However, various people have actually managed to deal with it. And we've just left all those comments actually on my wall. So Josh, you say it's my ID. Lots of crazy people out there. And we should also maybe at this particular point in time also actually keep something that happened tragically, unfortunately, last night. You know, to one of the actors in this country, his name is Sylvanus. Sylvanus had actually he was abducted last night from his house. I think messages were sent out around 1 this morning.
Yeah, around 1.
That's received was. And I think we are all very deeply worried about that until about he resurfaced or he was saved. The story is pretty much amazing, basically. I think he was about to be thrown into the deep end of the lake, and fortuitously, there was just a bit of an altercation between the guards of the national park and the guys that had actually abducted him from his home. But as we speak, he is safe. You can go and pay him a visit. He's actually at Avenues Clinic. There have been gruesome images of him. They've basically removed toenails from his feet and stuff like that. They've thrown him into a sack. He's subjected to so much beating. But this is the story of this country, which is actually very, very unfortunate. Yeah. He is alive. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you so much for coming to support this work. And it runs until Friday. Tomorrow we expect this place to have better attendance. So do bring in your relatives, your pets, your IDs. Your IDs. And yes, let's keep on supporting. Let's support these guys from Masvingo. They've driven all the way after all from far. So let's support them. Thank you and good night.
Bye-bye, guys.